in Cowboys history, set in 1984 against the Saints and matched in 1999 against the Redskins. Tony Romo now has the most fourth-quarter comebacks of any quarterback since 2006 when he became a starter. Des Bryant said after the game they didn't blink once, meaning they were extremely confident. So Des was confident. Romo was poised, shall we say. Stephen A., what do you have to say about the win?
Oh, please.
Oh, okay.
I mean, what do you want me to say? Let me tell you something right now. First of all, Des Bryant needs to stop lying to the American public. We didn't blink. It certainly didn't look like that on the sidelines when they were bickering amongst one another like the dysfunctional, delusional bunch they are.
They were just
But I'll
firing
give
each other
credit
up.
where credit is due. The Dallas Cowboys came back. And from a 21-0 deficit after a pick six by Tony Romo with about 6 minutes left in the second quarter, Janoris Jenkins, I think that's who it was, pick sixed them and returned it for a touchdown, obviously, putting them down 21-0. But give Dallas credit where credit is due. More so Scott Linehan, Skip, than anybody else. Being down 21-0, the man didn't panic. He didn't resort to Tony Romo stepping back in the pocket and flinging the football. He stuck with the running game, gave the ball to Murray, DeMarco Murray, 24 carries, 100 yards, stuck with the running game, made sure you allowed them to continue to be versatile. And Tony Romo made a lot of big plays. You know, he scrambled in the pocket, literally scrambling for first downs, got down after getting first downs, didn't take unnecessary hits, hooked up with Des Bryant for his touchdown pass with a blown coverage taking place in St. Louis. St. Louis doesn't appear to be a very good team because obviously they have no quarterback whatsoever. That's really what this comes down to. The Dallas Cowboys beat a team with a third-string quarterback, and the only reason why this is a story is because they found themselves down 21-0. Instead of coming out doing what they were supposed to do from opening tap, they procrastinated a bit before getting their act together. But that's about all. Dallas beating Tennessee, now beating St. Louis with a third-string quarterback. La-di-da, whip-de-doo, so what? We'll see as the season progresses. I'm not getting caught up in all of this Cowboys hoopla, please.
Hoopla. He doesn't care about it.
You finished? Because I'm about to start.
Yes, I am.
What you witnessed yesterday, though you probably weren't watching, was the most significant Dallas Cowboys win since 2009, the last year they made the playoffs. That team yesterday showed me some backbone that none of the previous 5 years of Cowboys have shown ever, because those teams knew if they got down 21-0 on the road, they just throw in the towel because they were not going to be held accountable by Jason Garrett or Jerry Jones or anybody else in that locker room. This team has some true character. This team started off, as usual, with DeFumble Murray. DeFumble, that's what I'm calling him. That's 3 straight games, DeFumble Murray, that you have coughed it up on the opening drive and said, here, put us in a hole. And then my man, Tony Romo, throws the pick six you referred to. And all of a sudden, I look up and it's 21-0, and it was hard to watch. So to unjinx the game, of course, I turned it. I actually put it down on the lower part of the screen. And I turned the sound. I kept the sound up, but I didn't watch the game.
So
I just listened to the game.
So that's how they came back.
That's how they started coming back.
Okay.
But here's the point, Stephen A. When it was time to make plays early in the fourth quarter, Tony Romo was clutch. You mentioned the first play. It's 3rd and 13 at the 16. They're in big trouble, and Tony Romo started to look a little healthy to me because he escapes, as we can just see here, up the middle. He makes Alec Ogletree completely whiff, and he gets the first down. And then right after that, it becomes 3rd and 14 at the 25, and he throws an absolute laser to Terrence Williams for the first down. Then they get the big pass eye, and then he hits Terrence Williams again for the touchdown, and it's 27-24. And remember, my defense yesterday did not have its best defensive player in the first 2 games, Rolando McClain. Could not go. Justin Durant, another starting linebacker, could not go. And Skandrick, in the end, was taken out of the game. I don't know what his status. What's that?
Is a third-string quarterback. What you need them for?
Because he's torching what's left of my defense. And what happened in the last series of the game? Mo Claiborne, who had been torched the whole game by the third-string quarterback, who's pretty good, by the way, Austin Davis. Mo Claiborne finally made a big play. Yeah, he's better than that. He should be real all right because he was a high pick in the draft that they traded up for. Mo Claiborne making a play is huge for the defense's confidence, for his. And if this defense starts getting healthy, Stephen A., this team is going to be a real threat to Philadelphia in this division, as predicted here.
As predicted where? Here on First Take?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right here.
Right here on First Take.
Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless. It's amazing. It's amazing. Skip Bayless, I'm the one wearing glasses. You sure you don't need them? I'm watching Tony Romo drop back to pass. You got gaps as wide as Broadway on a Sunday morning at 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, there was nobody in the vicinity. What are you talking about? He zipped the pass to Terrence Williams and all. Who was near Jay? I mean, Des Bryant didn't have the defenders for St. Louis were in Dallas. They were nowhere to be found. Blown coverages all over the place. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? There was nobody in the vicinity. St. Louis had lapses all over the place. What are you talking about zipping passes? Look at how wide open Des Bryant is. He stood back. Skip.
You know
he caught the pass, Skip, and before he caught the pass, he picked up the phone and called and said, "Watch me catch this touchdown."
He did do that.
That's how much time he had.
You better not
what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
We had a long conversation about it. I said you got to grow up and catch this ball.
I mean, Skip, there was nobody near him. There was no one near him, Skip.
You know what?
Tony Romo zip passes, and he dropped it. And look at Tony Romo, and he jukes Ogletree. All right, Ed.
He was healthy.
You know what? Yesterday, the Dallas Cowboys, listen to this.
Unbelievable.
Yesterday, the Dallas Cowboys were an accident waiting to unhappen. They unhappened. They unaccidented yesterday. Am I right?
Okay.
Am I right?
Stephen A.,
how many Cowboy teams would have folded tents down 21-0 on the road? Everyone back to 2009.
I give you that.
See?
I give you that because it's the greatest comeback, was it, since 1984 for them?
No.
But it's the Cowboys that we're talking about. All right, so they're not an accident. They're not the accident going up against a third-string quarterback in his second year in the league out of Southern Mississippi.
Last week.
Oh, you know what, Skip? I'm so
pretty
touched.
Good.
I am so touched. Listen. I'm not saying he's a scrub, but what I'm saying to you is he's still a third stringer. On top of it all, with Romo, you calling up plays and telling us to go to video. There was nobody in the vicinity.
You said gaps as wide as Broadway. No coverage.
Well, that's
blown coverage.
Empty Broadway. An empty Broadway.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. Gaps as wide as Broadway. I live on Broadway. I should know.
Well, that's because I've been up on a Sunday. When sports reporters used to be on Sunday mornings, it was early in the morning. There was nobody on the streets.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the bottom line. This was the greatest comeback statistically in Cowboy history because the two previous from 21 down comebacks took overtime to win the game. This didn't even take overtime. This Cowboy team is legit.
I'm so touched.
Yeah.
They did it against St. Louis without a quarterback. I'm so touched.
You know what?
I'm
They're
so
coming.
So, Stephen, you still feel like the Eagles are the best in the NFC East, correct? Not the Cowboys. You have a chance. The Eagles are the best in the NFC East, right? So you have a chance to go with the Cowboys right now if you want. No?
Are you crazy?
No.
Are you crazy? I'm not going with no Cowboys. Please.
Cowboys have the Eagles' number out of both times last year.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, 17-3 at Philadelphia. Nick Foles scored 3 against Dallas last year.
They'll win one of the games this year. The division rivals. It'll happen. So what? Dallas still ain't going to the playoffs. Still ain't going.
No, they're just going to the top of the division.
Oh boy. I love these conversations. Let's move on, shall we?
How about them?
How about them Cowboys? Coming up.